Good morning, everyone. This is Rivka. We are continuing our Pokemon Odyssey adventure. Last we left off, we had gone through the hidden city of Etria and gotten a huge lore dump. I am continually more intrigued with the story. It feels like this is really well put together. Given the sources, it feels very appropriate. I'm just doing a little poking around here with the earlier parts of the 4th stratum that we hadn't been to yet. I did find the crystal while I was on my way back by accident, which made me realize how much of this early section we may have missed. TM44. Like, I'm sure there's some other items here that we've missed over the course of this. I have picked up most of the Pokemon in this area already. Okay, that's a shortcut, that's why. Oh, I guess I should probably mention. So I did redo my team for this. We have Sue, because Dropek is real good in this area. There's lots of bug and plant types. Mostly plant? Maybe I was wrong. Never mind. Mostly plant, or there's a bunch of plant types, and a lot of them are also water, and it's raining, so I can't really use fire. Also good against that is poison. Poison is good against both grass and water in this game. And high horsepower ground type moves are good against the poison types that we've seen or that are around. Speaking of good against poison types, psychic. Also, toxic herb is going to be good against water types. Speaking of good against water types, we've got sludge bomb from Corby. Corby is extremely bulky, so feeling very good there. And also explosion is a nice get out of jail free card if we accidentally get into a fight we can't win. Kroitan, Wing Talon, once again, really powerful flying moves. And then a good variety of dark moves for coverage. And finally, Big Fella. I had to get Big Fella out of the box now that they've evolved, because Dunsparce is such a funny design, and I love it. And they're Dragon type in this game. Like, that actually means a lot. So, once again, Zen Headbutt, Body Slam, and of course, Dragon Rush is okay, but you know what makes it better? Coil. So that's kind of where I'm at. We'll see how it goes. Looks like there's nothing else over here. So I think we continue onwards. And if it's not raining, that's good for us. I didn't end up putting together... I thought about doing like Swift Swim or Sun to really like push away from the rain advantage, but it doesn't feel worth it. Oh, interesting. Okay, I must have missed something then, because that is the path. Technically, there is one more Mon in this area that I can catch, I believe. So that is why I'm still taking the encounters. I'll do some more grinding for it later, but I figured there's a chance we'll find it, and I want to get to some of the other areas and see new things. This looks like it might be the right path. Okay, awesome. Water. Shouldn't be any new encounters there if we fish. Azure Cave? Okay, interesting. I didn't realize Azure Cave was right here, so... Where did my child go? You're an explorer, aren't you? Please, I need your help. I took my daughter on a trip to the 4th stratum, and I know it's a very dangerous place, but the Pokemon in this area are quiet. It's no excuse. I was irresponsible. Unfortunately, I lost sight of her. Any chance you can help me find her? I really don't know how to thank you. She should still be somewhere in this cave. It would be very difficult to find her in this darkness. You are the chosen one. Super Rod. Cool. So far, I don't think there's anything that the Super Rod can catch that we don't already have. Sue is really turning out to be an MVP. When I saw somebody had put Firo on their list, I was like, really? Okay. And then I found out there was a regional variant, and now I am, like, genuinely, this might be one of my favorite mons from this game so far. Just because it's, I mean, I've always been a big fan of the strong flying types, but I feel like they don't ever get good moves, and a lot of that comes down to coverage. But this game adds in so many good additional moves, and keeps adding these second typings to the flying mons that make them really good. And there's some additional flying moves in general, like Wing Talon, that make it generally more usable. And I like the fact that they balance it by putting Wing Talon, like, Wing Talon's not at the, like, standard usability power level. Because I feel like most Pokemon, what you're aiming for is about, like, late game, the like 90 to 100 range is kind of the standard for a regular move, and then if you have a drawback, obviously you want a higher power. Because like 120 power for like close combat. I think Flare Blitz. Oh my. I think there is not anything in this cave that I can catch, or that I need to catch rather. So I'm going to use a repel. Don't get me wrong, the XP is nice, but again, it's about getting some progress. Meganium and Vibrava. So first of all, that's our first time seeing the Meganium sprite, I believe. Really cool Meganium design here. Second of all, we just double tap this and see what happens. I think we double tap and see what happens. Dig. Sure. I feel like Soup keeps coming up just a little short on these attacks, which is a little annoying. Probably should. If I had a held item, I probably would be fine. That would require me being smart and putting held items on my Pokemon. Let's go Soft Sand. Poison Barb. Silk Scarf. Leftovers? Wing Boots. Turning in the dark amplifies my psychic powers. Okay. So we're gonna switch Ashura out here for Croyten, who is Dark type. There's a good chance they're gonna use Psychic moves into that Poison type slot, which should be neutralized by the Dark type. Or not. Probably should have double tapped into the Grumpig slot. Never mind. As long as we're taking one down, I don't care. Oof. Yeah, Power Gem's rough. Was not thinking about that. I have max repels somewhere too. I should try and get those up to the top, just so I've got everything gathered well. For the first time in a long time, I'm actually considering putting things into my into the PC, because the lack of a sort function in this game is driving me a little crazy. Apparently it used to have limited inventory as well, until the most recent patch. So I guess at least it's better than that. Charizard and Licky Licky. I didn't heal Sue. That's fine. I'm going to assume Sue is going to get attacked with a rock type move by Licky Licky. I don't have a lot to go off of for that. But it feels like a thing that could happen. Awesome. We should be good here. Corby is gonna get hit again, probably. Screech? Okay. That's a little scary. Let's not just sit in with a -4 defense. Need to pick up some more milk. Corby is very physically defensive, not very specially defensive. Actually... Did I move them to the top? Am I just getting confused? Again, too many things in the inventory. Ability capsule. I forgot to do that earlier, and I had a moment of panic. Oh, we need the thing to push that, which we don't have yet. Oh, that's a different psychic. I'll make you levitate now. Same plan as last time that we ran into Psychic. Set it up so that hopefully they attack into that slot where we've just switched our Dark type in. New Gardevoir design. Don't think I'd mentioned that yet. That one's based on the Sovereign class. Slowbro's bulky enough that I'm gonna double tap. This Mr. Mime just must not have good moves. Because, like, Magical Leaf is a not great move in general. That was my last Super Repel, but I do have Max Repels left. There's the girl. Huh? Who are you? You're looking for me? Oh, there you are. Don't ever leave my sight again. Thank you. Accept this as a sign of my gratitude. Magnavis. You can temporarily increase your physical strength and move heavy objects. That is the strength equivalent for this game. Medica V, which I believe is probably 5 in this case. We've got at least one more thing we can do with that I know of. Also, I don't think there's another way out of this, so this might be a dead end. This might not be the actual way forward, which is kind of funny. But hey, we got the Super Rod and Strength. We'll take it. I'm wondering if I just missed something obvious right here. Yep, I just didn't go across the bridge. Doll. That Ledian took that hit pretty well. That's actually kind of scary. Does Clay? I don't know if Claydol has Levitate, so I think we're just gonna try it. Ladybug Rush. How buffed is Ledian? That's actually pretty impressive, considering that was not very effective. Ledian used to be one of the weakest Pokemon in the game. So I'm kind of okay with seeing where that goes. Flash Cannon. Interesting choice. That looks like it's going to be a bug catcher. I didn't actually beat her. I snuck into the 4th stratum without her permission. I was just gonna say, you didn't actually finish your sentence there, kid. I was just gonna say, crap, that's a Pokemaniac. It's like, pause there for a moment, like, wait a minute, why is there a Charizard chilling there? Giga Drain? Oof. Okay, we're gonna have to switch Sue out. Let's go big fella here. That's gonna hurt. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Oof. I was wondering why the Zen Headbutt wasn't going into that spot, but I guess actually that shows a big amount of how much those stat changes make. Because Corby is very physically bulky, as I've mentioned, and that Zen Headbutt, that super effective move, did almost nothing, while the special attack did a lot more. I'm gonna assume there's another Zen Headbutt coming and switch over to Croytan. That is not a Zen Headbutt. Whoa! That was not even my intention. But we'll take it, I guess. There are like 3 or 4 FOEs here. I don't think I want to fight them yet because they're level 58. And significantly benefit from the rain. One of them is a Ludicolo, which is probably this one, and the other one's a Politoed. Which actually, Politoed shouldn't be that bad, but and would get me a Politoed without actually being able, or without having to. I'm gonna save, and just in case things go wrong, if I run into the FOE, I will try. But I'm not expecting anything. Dragons? We have not run into a whole lot in the way of dragon trainers yet. I do have 3... Yeah, I was just gonna say, this isn't usually where you run into dragon trainers because they are not high enough level to actually be the good versions of the dragons yet. Toxic goes through Protect? Interesting. Safeguard means no new status effects, does not get rid of the toxic. I was not paying attention or thinking about it really when I picked a move there. Should have gone with Psychic. Awesome. I was looking for Night Slash earlier. I was like, oh, they must just learned at a higher level. So glad to see that. Sue is trying to learn Wild Charge. No, I like Volt Wings. I don't really love recoil moves, especially at this, while like you're doing overworld stuff. There we go. We'll hold off on using another repel quick. Oh boy. We are starting to run low on healing items, which I was not expecting for a while. Fully restores. Okay, Medica V is full. Is a full restore. Let's give Big Fella a chance to do his thing a little bit. I lost to the captain again. How is this possible? Okay, so there's a slight problem here in the form of Rapidash being an ice type in this game. Yeah, I wasn't sure who to switch in there. Corby probably would have been the better choice, actually. Whoops. Corby would not have been able to take that Thunderbolt as well, though. Need to take out that Rapidash. Pretty much everything on our team is weak to ice. Except for Corby. The Dunsparce Mirror! It's a really cool animation. No, their Dunsparce is faster! Big fella. I thought we had it. Thought we were in good shape there. And then with just Manectrica on the field, we should be in better shape. Oops. Just not paying enough attention there. Oh well. This is gonna kill anyway. Which is why I wasn't paying attention. It's also debating if we are at a point where I need to just turn around. I really don't want to turn around at this point. I feel like we are probably getting close. It's one of those, how soon before we get to a shortcut? Maybe a better way to put it. Because I don't want to burn a bunch of healing items. We have so many mons down at this point. That's the exit? Different area here. And you know what? That feels like a pretty good time to wrap this video up. We didn't really do much outside of just some exploring and some trainer fights, but I mean, that's what these stratum areas are. We did get... Ooh, actually, I'm gonna check before we go. I want to check my TM list. Because we got several in the course of this. Protect is the biggest one, I think. Scald. Also very good. And I know we have access to Earthquake now. It was blocked off by the Strength TM, so we are going to be able to get that. We'll have to go back to second stratum for it. I'm a little curious how far we actually are and how much is left. Really hard to tell, again, without the since I haven't been taking encounters primarily. I really don't have any idea where we are. But yeah. Hopefully you're enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.